February 14th, 2023 at 3:44 p.m. I was followed into the store by a one Kim Wiebe, who I went to school with in 2002 briefly. Maiden name Kim Wiebe, who was at the checkout counter before me because she only had a few items and I had a full cart full. Her and her male counterpart, I believe her husband, Mr. Wiebe, waited in the parking lot in a red four-door Dodge Charger, license plate EHN 290, for me to leave so that they could drive by me heading south towards their acreage. The last time I crossed paths with Kim Wiebe was in September 27th, 2022, when me and my mother went to Rona in Winkler, Manitoba to buy some paint, and Kim, who I recognized but could not identify, was following us around taking pictures where she used her credit card or her debit card to buy a lawn chair set in Winkler. On October 23rd, 2022, Constable Ryan Wiebe was dispatched to a break-and-enter in progress at 265 Carlton Street, Somerset, Manitoba, allegedly belonging to Lee DeGrave, but in actuality belonging to one Mark devloo. A male was seen attempting to gain access to a residence and had broken a window at that location. Follow-up stated that people on the scene had located one male that they had but had let go. My neighbor's ex-wife is Diana devloo, who lived next door to me for most of 5 years at 265 Carlton Street before she moved to Winnipeg, I heard. The investigating officer obtained photos of the damage and the phone located at the scene, but at 2:30, Patrick was released to his residence on a Form 10 UT with attached conditions, and the cell phone was seized at the same time. In the event, we need to confirm that Patrick was at the residence due to prior knowledge of Patrick having been convicted of child pornography. So the officer's notes say at 2:29, I was released with conditions. Cell phone was seized at the same time to use location services for possible warrant child pornography search. This is the location which the cell phone was allegedly taken photos of, or in actuality placed. The address was redacted, so 265 Carlton Street. Somerset, Manitoba. That is the cell phone that was placed on the ground, and this is the piece of the cell phone that the officers were kind enough to return because they weren't giving me back my cell phone that night. So why did the officers need to plant my cell phone in front of Mark devloo's house, and why did they only return 1/3 of the phone? License plate KAM 503 is registered to one David Wiebe, who lives next door to me in the hotel and has lived so for the last 4 or 5 years. Before that, I know that he worked in Winnipeg, Manitoba at the post office doing drywall in June to July June and July of 2009, where I was insulating heat and frost pipes in Winnipeg at the post office, as well as this license plate, KNP 819, belonged to a Sam Wiebe, who I don't know the relation, but being David's nephew, who also moved to town. And why on July 5th, 2009, roughly weeks after I crossed paths with David Wiebe for the first time, did his brother, Martin Wiebe, get charged just south of Austin on Highway 34? Was it because it was my brother's birthday party? And why did Martin Wiebe get a parole violation in 2002 when I was working with him in Morden, Manitoba for a one Tim Penner? And why is his ex-wife dead, Joanne Hoppner, who lived at the same group home as I did on 58 Clyde Road, 58 Connor Hill Drive, belonging to a foster parent?